Okay, good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works for November 22nd, 2017. Roll call.
Val Gomez.
Present.
William Allen.
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
On the minutes, we have no minutes. Okay. Minutes approved. No correspondence. We'll move on to new business. First item on agenda is RFP opening for East Chicago Camera Communications Project from IT. Includes the Roxana Camera Project and the West Calumet Camera Project.
First bid is from Western Electric, located at 1620 East Chicago Avenue. This one's for Roxana. Total amount $47,200. Midwestern Electric, Roxana. Total $47,200. Next is Hydro Inc., located at 3401 East 15th Avenue, Gary, Indiana.
You're gonna have to open it with that.
Total amount $67,128.87. 67128.87. Next is Hernandez Electrical Construction and Communications LLC. Grand total $78,456.75. 78456 75 cents. 75 cents. Okay, so that one's for Roxana. Next is the West Calumet Security Camera Project. Midwestern, located 1620 East Chicago Avenue. Grand total $45,445. 45445. Next is Hernandez Electrical Construction and Communications LLC. Grand total $74,537.50. 74537.50. Last is Hydro Inc., 3401 East 15th Avenue, Gary, Indiana. Grand total $65,759.59. 65,759.59. And then that concludes the bids. So we'll just give this to Kevin from IT department, and then he'll come back with a recommendation.
Well, let's see, Kevin, do you have anything you want to
Yes,
add?
Kevin Klosek, System Administrator for the City of East Chicago. I would like to ask the board that we award each section of Roxana and West Calumet to the lowest amount, pending a review of the final document. So if there's something that I do see, then I would bring it before the board at the next meeting and ask to change that approval, if you will.
Okay, what was the lowest one for Roxanne?
It would, or you have it there? It was, if I wrote it down
Midwestern
correctly.
Electric for Roxana is $47,200. And then West Calumet is $45,445.
What was West Calumet? 41?
$45,445 for the West Calumet one.
And that was for Midwest also?
Midwestern,
Well, Midwestern was the lowest on both.
for both.
Yes.
And based on our IT department's recommendation, I'd like to make a motion that we approve Midwest's proposal for Roxana, $47,200, and for West Calumet, $45,445, on condition that all the paperwork is proper after review.
Yes.
So move.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can it be reviewed now and just come back with your recommendations?
Yeah, we can,
You mean circle
We can
back
do
at
that.
the end of the meeting?
Yes, we got quite a bit of a long agenda, so I thought maybe they'll give you an opportunity to review them and come back.
I guess we can fit that in. The schedule, sure.
If you review it and you come to a decision earlier, just wave your hand and I'll
Okay.
call you up.
That's fine, sure.
You need,
Okay. Next on our agenda. 71.
Yes,
The Chicago Board of Public Works approving the addendum to the agreement with Williams Systems Incorporated.
Attorney Allegretti had prepared a resolution to present an addendum for the cameras that'll be purchased for Roxana, as well as for West Calumet, as well as some configuration costs. Those, I don't know if you have copies of the actual quotes for that. Were those were in there? Okay. And what the addendum is doing, or the resolution for the addendum, is basically including these two sections under the original contract that was awarded based on bid for the entire citywide camera project.
Do you have this with you too?
Yes. The
So the amount is,
the Roxana amount is $93,840, and the West Calumet amount is $41,905.
okay, so for the resolution, not to exceed a sum of $135,745. Any questions or comments on Resolution 2017-71?
none.
No question?
Okay. There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution number 2017-71 A resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works approving the addendum to the agreement with Vermillion Systems in a sum not to exceed $135,745.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you. Next on our agenda, we have from Lamar. This is from Multimedia. I believe this is their 2018 billboard agreement, right?
Correct. Steve Segura, Multimedia. They're just basically renewing the contract for Lamar. This time we included the shortfall we had this year, which we had to go back before the Board of Works again. So we added a couple billboards as well to cover some of the additional ones that we had requested for some of our music festivals. So
Okay, the total amount is $21,580. And this is for billboards at different locations. These include the ones out of the city too, right?
correct. There'll be several during the summer months that we request down south, further down south.
Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the proposal from Lamar in our multimedia for the 2018 billboard proposal, $21,580.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next on our agenda, also from multimedia, the Chicago event graphics. We have before us an invoice. Their proposal for $14,053.
That is for our calendar that we're going to be sending out for 2018. We have decided to put a calendar together to advertise all of our events. That way, people don't throw away a calendar. They'll throw away a flyer, they'll throw away something else, but usually they'll hold on to a calendar. And this way, if we have all of our events on these calendars, they'll know exactly what's happening.
More for street pole banners and...
Oh, wrong one. My bad. That was, the mayor wanted a pole banner program started in the city where all of our thoroughfares will have, I think, a total of 97 signs, pole banner signs, so all of our downtown districts will be covered, the bridges, the gate entranceways, and hopefully what we're trying to do is have the local businesses start participating in this program as well in the future. So we have to kind of set the model to get this done, and then that's our goal in the future, to get the businesses to buy into this as well.
Any questions or comments?
No, is this for next year, or is it just, are we gonna,
Well, we're
is this
hopefully
purchasing this year?
both. It'll probably carry on into next year. So we'll design as much as I can this year and go on as needed till the next year.
So you're going to try to get the PO before the end of this year?
We want to get started now.
We'll just
Correct.
carry it over into next year? Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
There be no further questions, I entertain a motion to approve the proposal from Chicago Events Graphics and Multimedia in the amount of $14,053.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next, also from Multimedia, Sound Graphics, proposal from Sound Graphics,
Yes, that's for the calendar.
on $11,300. This is the one for the calendar?
Yes.
Is this for this year too, then?
Yes, we're printing it up this year to mail out in December, so that they'll have it for 2018. Like I said, we're going to be advertising our Nixle program, all of our events, and so that they keep them handy for next year, especially Nixle
Is it amount of $11,300? So it'll be mailed out to every household in the city?
and businesses, yeah.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Sound and Graphics proposal for our City of Chicago calendar in the amount of $11,300.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes.
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next on the agenda. Okay, outstanding invoices.
Boy, I'm on a roll here.
Okay, from, also Multimedia, Comcast Business, we have invoice number 877-140-0920839-075, dated 06/05/17, amount of $363.90. According to here, the invoice was never received.
Well, what happened was when we moved from one location to the other, there was an issue with the billing, and we had to, it was just confusion at that point. We had to go into Comcast again, recreate another account so that we can log in, and then start the process all over. That's all that was.
Any questions or comments?
None.
None.
No further questions or comments. Entertain a motion to approve the Comcast late invoice with Multimedia in the amount of $363.90.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes.
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next on our agenda is St. Catherine's Hospital Police. As you recall, we tabled this one last year. Police chief said he would be unable, but I spoke with him, and he explained to me that the services were provided, and it was for the physical exams that were the police candidates. There was some confusion on the invoice. They didn't know if they were supposed to pay it or if it was supposed to be paid through another department. So that was the confusion. He apologizes for not being here today, but since he informed me all the details, I thought we'd just present it and, get it out the way. Any questions or comments?
Let's see. There's a $30 charge here. And did he explain why that was crossed out or went to PCM?
No, I guess the good thing is they crossed it out. I think it's professional claims, right?
It's probably what them, maybe they cover those charges. Yeah, because that's professional claims management.
Your question or comments?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the invoice from St. Catherine's Hospital Department.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez, William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next on our agenda, we have from the Law Department. This is from Augustin Kupier. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Kupier. Outstanding invoice 73559, dated 12/08/2016, amount of $633.14. Usually our attorney for the Borough of Works speaks on legal issues. Unfortunately, he is on his way to California. But also, unfortunately, he gave me no instructions on this, so I wish to table this till next meeting so they could explain why it's late. Okay?
Okay.
We'll move on to past due invoice from United Rentals for Public Works, invoice 148496326-001, dated 7/26/2017, amount of $1,175.43.
Good afternoon, Keith Selvey, Public Works Director.
I guess the explanation says the invoice was delivered late, or submitted late.
It was actually submitted to us late. It was actually over at the police department, and they just got around to sending it over to us. I can attest that the actual scissor lift was used, and at which point in time I request that we are able to pay it.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve the late invoice from United Rentals with Public Works in the amount of $1,175.43.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay. Next on our agenda, we have an item also from Public Works, and this is from ThyssenKrupp.
Yes.
I got it right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. The amount of $9,546, and this is for elevator work?
That is correct. There is an elevator located out at Public Works, out at the barn, that we were not using because it was out of order. The state came in and inspected it, and they requested that we actually, even though we don't use it, we need to have it fixed. And to have it fixed, this was going to be the amount to replace the pump that is used to actually make it go up and down.
Is that the only elevator there?
Correct.
Any questions or comments?
Yes. As far as the down payment,
Yes, I saw that in there, and I did reach out to them and let them know that we are on a PO system, and they are okay with it.
Any other questions or comments? Will? Okay, you gotta let me know, Will. Okay. There being no further questions or comments, I'll take a motion to approve from Public Works the invoice from ThyssenKrupp in the amount of $9,546 for repair of their elevator.
So moved.
second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, also now we have ESP Partners.
Yes,
Also for Public Works.
Yes, correct. This is an agreement that the property owner that is abutting to Black Stadium lawyer drafted up. The agreement states that we will be allowed to remove the current fence that sits on the north side of the property. The reason why we're requesting to remove this fence is to remove stumps, tree stumps, hedges, and brush that we can't get close enough to remove. The only way we can get to it is by actually removing the fence. And in return, for us being allowed to be on that particular property and removing this fence, the city will be responsible for replacing the fence itself with an 8-foot fence, the entire length of the north side. And just the reason why we're really doing this is we want to put a sidewalk down that back side that will eventually access to a future building that we will be actually building as well.
And it goes with the renovation we're doing in the entire area.
Correct. And it's a win-win because it allows us to get a brand-new fence back there, as well as it allows us to get that brush out.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Has Attorney Allegretti reviewed this?
Yes, he has, and at which point in time, he's the one that put it on the agenda. We were going to get it approved, and then I'll start actually getting quotes on how much it's going to cost to remove the fence as well as replace it.
Okay. There being no further questions or comments, we take a motion for approval of the agreement with the City of Chicago and ESP Partners Incorporated, or LLC.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have from Bud Mechanical Services. This is for animal control and work with their walk-in freezer, animal control.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Arnita, the manager of the East Chicago Health Department. And of course, our animal control walk-in freezer is beyond repair. So we had to get 2 quotes to get it replaced. And out of the two quotes from Mechanical Concepts for $21,405 and Bud Mechanical, which is $17,985, I want to make the recommendation to go with Bud Mechanical, and the expense would be paid through Public Works.
Okay, so that'll be $17,985?
Yes.
That was the lowest.
Yes, that was the lowest.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
None.
Does this include the permit fees, do you know?
I'm not sure.
I know there's a
Permit
cost
fees
for
usually-
permit fees, so.
Are they usually separate, or are they included?
They normally include some type of language saying that they will cover, so just to make sure that they do pull permits and, with the building department, okay?
Right, yeah. I'm working actually with Renee Sid on this.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve Bud Mechanical's proposal for the walk-in freezer at Animal Control in the amount of $17,985.
So move.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes.
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
yes.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have from Precision Painting. Even though it says controllers. I believe this is for the addition to the painting.
This is for actually the council chamber.
The council chamber?
Yes.
Painting in here.
Yeah, that's for the amount of $2,336. This is an add-on because I believe at first they weren't going to paint the council chamber. Then after they put in the floor, they saw they basically had to do
Needed
it.
some work.
Okay, any questions or comments?
None.
Okay, that's good because the work's already done.
No, actually, I think we need to do back here.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
Okay. That'll be-
They're going to remove wallpaper.
Okay. So, no questions or comments. Entertain a motion to approve from Precision Painting their addition to their painting proposal in the amount of $2,336 for the Chicago Council Chamber Room.
So move.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
yes.
Okay. Next, we have compliance reports from Community Center Site 1 and Community Center Site 2.
Can I just say Kevin's here as well?
And we don't have our compliance, and these are basically informational.
Yes, I just wanted to mention that for the record. Marina Solorio, Planning and Economic Development Director. You have in front of you just for your information, the compliance reports for those two projects, Community Center 1 and 2.
For the record, for EC Community Center Site 1, the potential damages at this time are $125,263. For East Chicago Community Center Site 2, potential damages at this time are $135,005. Any questions or comments? So usually it's just for informational.
Yeah, just to add that there's a potential EEO minority female damages of $10,112.51, and that's for Site 1. So that totals up to, I believe, the $135,376.01. So that would be added to that. And then for Site 2,
There's an additional
$25,000, yes.
$25,380, which would raise it up to $160,385.93. Okay, so, any other comments? This was informational, so we don't have to make a motion on this one. Okay, next, we have from Service Scope LLC Pavers. And this is from the Park Department?
Yes, and I'm going to speak on behalf of it just because it's a project that we started in the planning department. But it is a change order for Servicescape to do some of the decorative signage. They actually do the masonry work, but the price has gone up in terms of the block itself. So this is a change order reflecting for those signs, the added cost of, I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's $5,000.
$5,250 would be the increase to the change order.
Correct.
With the change order. Okay, original contract price was $40,250. This would raise it to $45,500.
The second thing that they've changed is they're doing a double epoxy glue. So it wasn't the same glue that they were using before. We had issues prior where people were vandalizing the actual system, and the glue wasn't adhering as well as it could. People were like prying them. So we ended up going with a different epoxy that's 4 times the adhesiveness. And so that again also added to the cost.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
None.
The locations, where are these locations at?
These are new locations, so Smith Park, MLK Park, Marktown Park, there's 2 of them there. Veterans Park, there's 2 there. And Carrie Jackson Memorial Park. So these are all new. So the signs just got placed, now they're gonna be doing the actual masonry work.
Any other questions?
None.
There be no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve from Servicescape their proposal for the pavers for the signs. Change order, the amount of $5,250.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from Cummings Landscaping Incorporated, their proposal. It's an amount of $9,685.
Correct. So that, we're pretty much adding some new plants to the mayor's office and city hall, additional to what has already been placed. And then we also had to remove all the bushes that were originally at the center of the mayor, between the mayor and city hall, and a lot of the bushes that were in the mayor's area, because the contractor that was currently doing the parks ended up cutting the hedges too short, and so it'd probably take too long to actually recoup. So we are, and they were already they were older bushes, they were already kind of unsightly, so we decided just to completely pull them out, and that's where pulling them out and adding new plants, that's what the extra cost would be, the $9,685.
Any further questions or comments?
None.
None.
If there are no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve Cummings Landscape proposal for City of Chicago City Hall and Administration Building in the amount of $9,685.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next, we have from Sportsfield, proposal for Kosciuszko Park,
Yeah, so
$13,750.
yes, and this is to rehab 2 of the baseball diamonds that are currently located at Koski Park, and that is going to be so that we could interchange, so in case 3 different groups are going to be using Block Stadium once it's finalized, the Little League, the Cardinals, and a new team that is being created, collegiate sport. So we want to fix the ones at Koski because they're big enough to hold the same type of baseball games that Block Stadium could hold if there's a double booking or anything like that, someone could go to Koski and not have to change their date. So it's just kind of an alternative site to Block Stadium.
Comments?
None.
No.
No further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve sports fields proposal for Cuskey School Parks 2 fields in the amount of $13,750.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
El Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have change order number 1 from Service Cape.
Yes, so earlier, about a month ago, you guys approved the lights that are going to be placed at Washington Park and at City Hall. The actual buildings being lit up. The issue is that it's in your proposal. It was in your original proposal already for $6,000 for equipment rental, but we thought we can cut that cost by using the city's boom truck. But the boom truck currently is being used to put up banners all over the city and some Christmas decorations. So at this point, we have to put back the $6,000 to be able to accomplish this project by December 1st. So I want to, so it's an additional $6,000 that would take the original price of $62,240 to now $68,240. The $68,240, though, includes also the lights at Washington Park that have already been done. So this is just the change order to get a boom truck or equipment rental to be able to put the lighting at City Hall, which is the last thing that's left in the original scope.
Any questions or comments?
None.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve proposal, the change order proposal number 1 from Servicescape in the amount of $6,000.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
El Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have resolution number 2017-68, Global Consulting Solutions. Resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works extending the service agreement of Global Consulting Solutions through May 31st, 2018. Usually Attorney Allegretti speaks on this, but he did speak to me on this one. It's the work, Global Consulting does various work under our Economic and Planning Department, and his present contract goes up to November, so this extends it another 6 months. Usually does it in 6 months. And the mayor's office, Mr. Allegretti consulted with the mayor's office, and the mayor wishes to approve extending his service agreement through May 31st, 2018, under the same conditions and terms as the present agreement. Any questions or comments? No? Yes?
None.
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve resolution number 2017-68, the resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works extending the service agreement of Global Consulting Solutions through May 31st, 2018.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
El Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yeah.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay. Kevin, do you have your hand?
Kevin Klosek, System Administrator for the City of East Chicago. Upon review of the quotes that were submitted for each of the sections, it has come to my conclusion that the lowest bidder in each, their bid is actually incomplete. I did go downstairs and review the scope of what was sent to everybody, and what was requested was to have their bids broken down into sections, which they did, but they were to basically itemize the items for labor and material for each section. The other two bidders did that, so I can look and see where any discrepancies may be, if something may have been omitted. And being that in both cases, the lowest bidder was approximately 30% less than the next, and in between the second lowest and then the highest, it was roughly 13%. So looking at that 30% number and not being able to see the breakdown of what was requested, as much as I'd like to award it to ideally save funds, in my mind, it's too subject to possible change order or something, only because something may have been omitted, and I can't tell because their bid does not include that detail. So with that, I would like to make the recommendation that we award Roxana to HEI for the amount of $67,128.87, and West Calumet to HEI for the amount of $65,759.59.
Is it out of the question to get a breakdown from Midwestern?
It
Before?
I should have had it. It was requested as part of their bid.
Okay.
So I mean, I can, you open, I can show you, this is HEI's breakdown of each site. If you open up Hernandez Electric, you'll see the same thing of each site, and then their bid was this. So it's hard, when you're looking at 30% difference, it's hard to imagine how that could be 30% less. It might be, but I can't go back to anything to see if it actually is or not.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hesitant with,
Difference.
jumping the extra 30%, I just want to know if there's a way to still go with the lowest bidder, if we can still do that.
My recommendation is based on they submitted an incomplete bid.
So is this something that maybe we should just take up with, I mean, we'll get your recommendation, but maybe just take up with Joe Allegretti? Or
We could, unless,
Reject them.
is this time sensitive? You want to get this done right away?
Well, the mayor had anticipated, getting this complete. Obviously, you're dealing with directional boring, so the weather is going to play a factor in that. I don't feel it's fair to the other bidders who complied to give somebody an opportunity to rebid and comply, knowing that the numbers have already been submitted. I mean, these numbers are a matter of record now. So the only thing we can do is request that they resubmit, because it's obvious they don't have a breakdown, otherwise it would have been here.
Right, but I mean, like, the numbers won't change, it's just them giving you additional information to
if they can give you,
solidify the numbers that they bidded on.
like the other two have, and the price is still the 45, and I kind of thinking like William Allen is doing, we give them the benefit of the doubt that they just forgot to add that in their packet. So we can make a motion saying that you approach them and ask them for, as long as their bid does not change, it's still 47, 45, and all the
Yes.
details match what we want, we can make a motion that we approve them, but if it does not match, we go to the second. Is that okay with you?
We can do that.
Thinking, subject to review by Corporation Council.
Because the only way they would get it, they can't change their bid.
Correct,
It has
I
to match
understand.
up exactly like everybody else.
Yep.
But then
I'm
again-
going to assume they're going to have to sit down and put that together. Otherwise, it would have been here.
But then, it's.
That's my
But
assumption.
then we come to that issue when we open bids, or, we always say, check the paperwork, and we have excluded people in the past.
Yeah, I think it's just probably a simple question for Joe.
Yes, I
Is
agree.
this, good enough for us to just jump to the next one? Or can we, even get additional information for them to, prove their number? I guess I'll just lean towards his recommendation.
'Cause I know they're pretty competitive, and I kind of see what Kevin's saying, that's a pretty big gap,
Mm-hmm.
so,
Well, good points, but
Just judging that between the gap of the other two.
Yeah.
And looking at their line items and seeing where they differed to make up that 13%.
yeah,
I mean,
don't think they're gonna.
30% of a project of this size, it's a good number. I mean, if they can produce and that's your wishes, then that's fine.
You know what,
I'm just
we're
going by
against
what was
We're
requested.
going against past practice where everybody knows what they're supposed to submit, and now I'm thinking the recommendation we should follow Kevin's recommendation, because they had every opportunity to submit, and they didn't.
what say you?
I maybe, I would say, review it with Attorney Allegretti and see what his recommendations.
Okay, so we have two would like to review by already.
Sure.
What's the timeline on this? When were they supposed to
I mean,
start?
they had upon awarding, they have a 30 working day window to complete. And that was also put in the spec, or in the scope, that they have, naturally this time of year, weather can come into play, but normal working days and conditions, they have 30 days to complete each section. So it's not 60, it's 30 total. 30 per section.
And when is Joe coming back?
I think he went to California for the holidays. He might be back next week. I think an event, we might have to call a special meeting if it's time
That's
sensitive.
what I was thinking, yeah.
Well, can we just do it, contingent on what his response is? So, I mean, we'll get with him, we'll talk with him, and then if he says that it's okay for us to, disqualify the lowest bidder and go with the next lowest, then we do that. Can we make a motion for that so that we don't have to?
Well, the question is going to be
Come back
whether
again.
their bid is valid when their packet was incomplete.
Right, and then if Joe says it's not valid, then we go with the next lowest.
And recommendation for me would be just to table it until upon review, and if there is a special meeting between now and the second Wednesday of December, then we'll get it on the agenda for that time.
Okay, well, then we'll just
Sounds
table it.
good.
We don't require a motion, we'll just table it to review by our attorney and see what his recommendation are.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, now we come to Resolution 2017-69, Homeowners Incentive Program. A resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works making an additional amendment to the contract with the East Chicago Redevelopment Commission to provide additional funding for the city-funded Homeowners Incentive Program.
Say no one's here.
Marino Solorio, Planning and Economic Development Director. I don't know the full details to that, but I do know about the homeowner program, and I know that they're trying to, I'm speaking at this point on behalf of Frank from Redevelopment, who is on vacation at this point, so he's not able to entertain this. However, the homeowner incentive program has been a very successful program this year. They've actually gone through, I think, about $400,000, and that is being that the board awarded more money to actually be used for the program. So I think what they're trying to do for here is to make sure that they have enough to cover. There's people actually in the queue now that want to participate, but the funding isn't there, so they want to make sure it is.
Okay. The resolution provides for an additional $100,000 from Board of Works contractual and $50,000 from TIF funds from the Board of Works contractual.
Correct, and that would get them to that total $400,000.
$450,000. And it has been a pretty successful program. Are there any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2017-69. Resolution making an additional amendment to the contract with the Chicago Redevelopment Commission to provide additional funding for the city-funded homeowners incentive program in the amount of $150,000.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Bill Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 2017-70, Resolution Chicago Board of Public Works to provide partial funding for the demolition of Lincoln School. I guess you're speaking on everything today?
Again, Marino Solorio. Pretty much this has been a deal that was worked out with School City, where School City is going to provide half the amount for the demolition cost. We have received that money, so this is really to just shore up the contract to make sure that the full amount for the city's half and the School City's half is all put together for the full demolition of this property, which is the Lincoln School building, which is now owned by the city.
And as was mentioned, the money, we do have the money from the school system. We're just transferred to development or redevelopment because they're going to be processing the actual invoices. Any questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution number 2017-70, Resolution Chicago Board of Public Works to provide partial funding for the demolition of Lincoln School.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, we've come to Resolution 2017-72. The resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works authorizing the public purchase of equipment installation services using special purchasing method authorized by IC 522. This is with Michigan Recreation.
Correct, so this is an installer that we've been using for a while now. This is the 2 years, so we want to make sure that it's consistent. We're using the same contractor. We like the quality of their work. And this is for an amount for $16,952 to install a 30 by 30 shelter at Pennsylvania Park. And previously, we have ordered the equipment, so this is the actual installation. And there should be a proposal attached to that resolution.
Here it is. Any questions or comments on the resolution and proposal from Michigan Recreation in the amount of $16,952?
None.
There being no further question or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2017-72 and accompanying proposal from Michigan Recreation Construction, the amount of $16,952. And this is for Pennsylvania Park for the installation of the shelter.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 2017-73, a resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works accepting a proposal and authorizing the engagement of N.A. Logan Incorporated for sandblasting and painting services at Block Stadium.
Correct, I'm going to just give you a quick history, but it is in the resolution. But we previously used the same type of resolution to hire a company that was going to do the Block Stadium sandblasting and painting project. However, they have abandoned the site and have not contacted us. I have a log that I can provide to you that shows the text messages and the calls, and so it's been about 2 weeks with no progress, no phone call, no communication, and also they failed to comply with OSHA standards, 29 CFR 1926.62, which is the lead and construction standard guidelines and regulations for that project. So what the resolution is stating is that we are removing them from the project based on those 2 items, and that we are engaging N.A. Logan for a sum of, let me pull it up, $463,970 to do the project.
Is the
And the
additional,
proposal is attached. It is an additional amount than previous proposition, which was for $365,550. But Irregardless, it's still all well below the $851,890 that we received in a bid that we rejected early on in July.
Are they going to be working through the winter?
They are, so they will, because the OSHA regulations require that they tarp everything completely, they will be heating the interior of where they're going to be enclosing, so they will be able to paint and sandblast and get it all done throughout the winter, ready for bleacher installation in February.
Okay.
And then, oops, sorry.
Law department, they're aware of the situation with that first company
They are, yes.
in the event that they try to...
Correct.
or anything?
And then for the record, no money has been expended or
Correct,
paid to
to the company.
the first company.
Okay. And additional funds have been approved?
They are in the coffers, yes.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2017-73, a resolution of the Chicago Board of Public Works accepting the proposal and authorizing engagement of N.A. Logan Incorporated for sandblasting and painting services at Block Stadium in the amount of $463,970.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ralph Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have a master intergovernmental cooperative purchasing agreement. So this is another item Mr. Allegretti was going to speak on. It's actually just a cooperative agreement that allows the city and city departments to tie into lower prices. It's almost like the state's, what's they call it?
Database?
Where you could purchase things. It's like Q something. I don't know if there's any hurry to this. I don't know if anybody is seeking to buy anything from this cooperative right now. In any case, we could wait till Mr. Allegretti comes back next time.
I agree.
Okay, so we'll table this one, so, done. Next, we have rates for ATC Group Services, LLC from engineering.
This is a rate for ATC for material testing throughout East Chicago for projects that we can get done without it being subcontracted to the GC. This is their rates for that we want to get approved until the end of this year.
Oh, it's only for the end of this year?
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
It says unit fee schedule 2016.
It's a typo. It's
Okay.
2017. We've taken these same rates and applied them earlier this year.
Okay. So it's just at the end of this year though, right?
Yes.
So December 31st?
Mhm.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
None.
Entertain a motion to approve the ATC Group Services, their unit fee schedule for 2017.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ralph Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we come to the local roads and bridges matching grant agreement, Guthrie Street, Klein Avenue to Michigan. This is from engineering.
Yes. Earlier this year, the city requested funds for Guthrie. This is an agreement between the city and the state, local roads and bridge matching grant agreement, awarding East Chicago money for the construction of Guthrie. And I believe it's in the amount of $670,000.
Page 3.
Do we have a matching on this, or
D.
Pardon me, what was that?
is there, we pay, the grant is for 670,000,
Mhm.
and is there a Do we have to put anything up, or?
All we had to do was just apply for a project that either was $1 million or exceeding that. The cap for this was $1 million, but since there was so much city, town, county participation, they didn't have enough money to give every community the full $1 million that, if you requested it. Guthrie is going to cost around $5.5 million, and we were prepared to already pay for that, but this is just additional monies that we can use towards that project.
Okay.
So all they really ask is just for a project that's already funded, and if you need additional funding, they would make this available for communities. They have this every year, and this year we just chose it for Guthrie.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
None.
And then for the record, this is the same grant that East Chicago applied for and got money for both Watling and Euclid, which is still under construction this year.
Okay.
So this is money that will be used, obviously, for next year.
Okay, thank you. There be no further questions or comments, or attempt to approve the local roads and bridges matching grant between the Indiana Department of Transportation and the City of East Chicago in the amount of
$670.
$670,000.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Next, we have from Nice Engineering, request number 4, Marina Utility Design from Engineering.
This is additional services from Nice Engineering to help the city with coordination between the utility tie-in project and the marina project. They attended additional meetings. They were on site for the fuel system construction, and then they assisted with construction coordination. The amount for this work is $11,566, and bringing the new contract amount total to $74,881, and it's the recommendation of the engineering department to approve.
Any questions or comments?
None.
Any further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve from Nice Engineering, request number 4 for the Marina Utility Design, additional $11,566.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next, we have change order number 1 from Lawrence and Danielson Community Center Site 2.
Community Center Site 2, located at 3623 Guthrie Street. This change order is for change in material for the roof, similar to what we have out here for Site 1 at Todd and 145th. It is for the new roofing for the pre-engineered building in the amount of $40,668.
40,000?
Mhm.
That's not change order number 1, the 40,000?
Change order number 1 for the second site,
Oh, I see.
$40,000, $668.
Okay. Any questions or comments on change order number 1 for Site 2?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve change order number 1 from Larson Danielson for Community Center Site number 2 in the amount of $40,668.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, now we come to change order number 2 from Larson Danielson for Community Center Site 1.
So this is another change in material. This is for the indoor track that circles around the volleyball court, basketball court, and soccer / multi-purpose area. We changed the material and color to the Mondo 10 millimeter thick material in the amount of $10,210.
questions or comments?
Just a note, like in this change order, it doesn't have like the ad, or, you know, if it's Site 1 or Site 2, just maybe in the future, just add that.
New community center
Site
is
one.
Site 1. And
Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Okay,
we just named it that.
okay,
That's what's
that's
in
fine.
Skillman's database. So anytime, for the record, anytime new community center, that's Site 1.
Okay.
And then the second site actually references the address
Okay,
on Guthrie.
So only you engineers know that, huh?
Yeah, I think it should identify the address.
All right, we can see if we can get that amended.
Okay, and no further questions or comments?
No.
Okay, no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve change order number 2 from Larson Dining Center for Community Center Site 1.
So move.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Boozman.
yes.
Okay, next we have design of home relief from engineering.
Oh, in engineering, department solicited quotes for design services for Homer Lee from 145th to Columbus Drive. Got a total of 4 proposals. The different firms were DLZ, Robinson, Garcia Consulting, and Nees Engineering. And after going over the proposals, it's the recommendation of the engineering department to go with Garcia Consulting in the amount of $80,000. This is a project that we would like to start and go ahead and start designing for construction mid-spring.
Is for next year then?
Mhm.
And so you have his proposal?
Yes, I have all 4 of them.
Okay, this is just for design then.
This is just for design.
Okay, any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve from Garcia Engineering, their design proposal for Homerly, in the amount of $80,000.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena
yes.
Okay,
And I
next.
guess maybe, I'm sorry, maybe I should have explained a little bit more information on the project. So it's going to be, for that 4-block stretch, the first 2 blocks are going to be reconstructed. New asphalt, concrete, curb, sidewalk. All the ADA ramps will be addressed to make them compliant. The first 2 blocks that are going to be reconstructed is from 145th to 143rd. And then from 143rd to Columbus Drive will just be a relining of the existing combination sewer. It was inspected by sanitation earlier this year. 3-point repairs were made on that stretch. So the only thing that's left for us to do is just line that section. The water main is going to be replaced. Right now it's undersized. It's going to be upsized to an 8-inch with all the service lines to the residential homes also being replaced. That's about it.
Okay,
Thank you.
next we come to right-of-way applications from Engineering Department.
Application number 17-02798, utility Christian Carrillo at 3502 First Street, cement in the back of the home. Application number 17-02799, Felix Diaz, 4329 Barron Avenue, gutting interior of property. Application number 17-02800, heavy load RW Collins, located at 4245 Railroad Avenue, hauling via Indy Boulevard, Columbus Drive, and Railroad, and then that completes right-of-way applications.
Any questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, we entertain a motion to approve Board of Public Works permit applications 17-02798 through 17-02800.
So move.
Second,
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
William Allen.
Yes.
Rena Boozman.
yes.
Okay, that concludes new business. We have no old business. Is there any other business? Our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, December 8th, 2017, at 4:30 PM. That concludes our business. I entertain a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
William Allen,
Yes.
Rita Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Safety, November 22nd, 2017, 5:30 PM. We will follow the agenda we have in front of us, starting with the roll call.
Milton Reed,
Here.
Richard Chemzinski.
Here.
Thomas Davis.
Are there minutes to approve? No minutes? Okay, we will move on. There's no correspondence. New business from the Building Department.
Sorry, it was a little loud. Maybe put a carpet runner down. All right, good evening, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. The new business is the status of the properties which are on the order to repair or demolish list. The board will be very pleased to hear that a great number of them have been brought into compliance. The first property is 4610 Bering. This property has been brought into compliance and will be removed from the list. The next property is 2113, 2115 Broadway. This property has been brought into compliance and will be removed from the list. The next property is 4022 Drummond. We're going to ask that it be continued to January for status. However, I was not sure what date we are using in January. Are we still going to go with the 4th?
We'll still keep the same.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before we sent the notice, so that would be January the 25th? Does anybody have a calendar? Does Olga have a calendar up there for January? I just want to have the correct date because we do send letters to the individuals, let them know.
January 24th.
Oh, I was so close. Okay, January 24th, 2018 will be the status for 4022 Drummond. The next property is 3924 Elm Street. I actually was just looking at some photographs. It's coming along very nicely. This property will be removed from the list. It's in compliance. The next property is 3926 Elm Street. The owner of the property was here prior to the meeting starting. He did show us some photographs. He's working on the porch. We're going to continue this till January 24th, 2018. On 3806 Main Street, we're also going to continue this until January the 24th, 2018. 4720 Railroad, this is a property where HUD is going to build a new senior building, and so we're not going to set a further status date for this property because there is a plan underway to construct a new building, and then once that is constructed, this will be demolished, and they do now have barricades around it so that it is safe. And the only other order of business I had was 4810 Weg Avenue. There was supposed to be a new rehab agreement because the old agreement the information had changed since the time of the old one to the new one. Did anybody tender a new one? No? Okay. I was in discussion with the attorney for the owners, and they were going to try to appear today, so I don't think they were able to make it. So we don't need to take any action on that, other than we're just waiting for the new rehab agreement.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the report from the Building Department?
I make a motion.
And second,
It's been moved and properly second. Any questions?
I have none.
None.
Questions? Now we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Now it seems we have order to vacate 3829 McCook and 3942 Alder. Is there a motion to approve the order to vacate 3829 McCook and 3942 Alder?
I so move.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and properly second. Any questions?
I have
I
none.
have none.
Any questions? No questions. We'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There is no old business in front of us. There is no audience for participation. Our next meeting will be Wednesday, December 8th, 2017 at 5:30 p.m. If there's nothing else before us, we will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
I second the motion.
Any questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.